Hi, my name is Robin Wong. I'm a photographer based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and currently I'm at Artishutter. This is the place where they have the latest Fuji X100 Mark VI on display for touch and try. We're gonna go in, try the new Fuji X100 series camera, and I think it's gonna be so fun. I'm bringing you guys along with me. Let's do this! I am now inside the Artishutter camera shop, and this is one of the highly recommended retail for camera gear. Any of your camera and lens accessories needs, you can get it here. They have quite a huge space. This is not just a shop. They also have studio space upstairs for touch and try, for shoot, some activities going on. They also have a larger showroom for tripods, cameras, everything is upstairs. But here is the main area, and we're gonna have a quick tour around. Alright, I have here with me the highlight of the day, which is the Fuji X100 Mark VI. I guess the Fuji X100 series has always been popular from the start. When they launched the Fuji X100, the original, the Mark I version, everyone was so excited about the design of the camera. It looks like a Leica camera. It has that retro vintage look. It was really appealing. It doesn't look like the typical black box, boring looking DSLR, which is like a common design for all the cameras back then. So having a rangefinder style retro looking camera was the huge selling point. It was highly successful for Fuji. Even I myself bought the original X100 just to try out and see what the hype is all about. And of course, subsequently there was X100S, T, F, V. I have tried the X100S. I wasn't impressed, so I didn't buy it. I bought the X100F. I've owned it for about 1 year. I use it mainly for street photography because, hey, 35mm is a popular classic focal length for street photography, and having a camera like this, a compact size featuring large sensor, APS-C size image sensor, which definitely will guarantee high image quality, and a high quality fixed 35mm lens and f2 bright aperture on it. It was such an appealing proposition, right? So I couldn't resist. I got the X100F. But of course, I used it for a while. This love and hate relationship, of course, I talked about it before. You can search my channel to hear my thoughts about the X100F. So I saw it off. I've never tried the X100V, which was a highly successful camera. Obviously, Fuji did something right with the camera because it was sold everywhere in the world. There was a supply issue. It's like you can't find a camera. And even in the used market, if you find one unit used, it's gonna sell even higher than the retail price. So there was something really unusual. Anyways, Fuji has just launched this X100 Mark VI last week to replace or to succeed the X100V, and there are some improvements in this camera. The notable one is the inclusion of 5-axis image stabilization built into the body of the camera. We're going to put that to test, and we're going to see if the image stabilization is as good as what Fuji has claimed. So to test the effectiveness of the image stabilization, of course, we're going to slow down the shutter speed. We are going to go to shutter speed priority mode. And here there's the shutter speed dial. I'm going to slow it down to 1/8 of a second. I'm guessing this is not a challenge for this 5-axis image stabilization. So we're going to go ahead and test. Let's see if the camera can handle this. All right, focus, grab a shot. Now we're going to play back. Punch in and see whether it's sharp or not. Oh yes, it is still sharp. Okay, 1/8, no issue. We're gonna slow it down to 1/4 of a second. All right, and try. All right, play back. Let's see. At 1/4 of a second, still pretty sharp. There's no blurry edges. The straight lines appear perfectly straight. No issue whatsoever. All right. We're going to go to half a second now. All right, half a second. This is where most cameras will struggle at this point, right? So let's try focus and grab a shot. Let's try another one. I think I moved a little bit there. Let's keep it steady. All right, let's play it back. Let's see, half a second. All right, no problem. Look at that, perfectly sharp. Good job, Fuji. Now I'm gonna go to 1 second. I think for street photography, which is what this camera is intended for, the purpose of this camera, you wouldn't need anything more than half a second. If you can stretch to 1 to 2 seconds, that's great. So I think 1 second is the limit of my test. If this camera can pass this test, then we're gonna say, yeah, the image stabilization really is about 6 to 7 stops effectiveness. Gonna grab the shot. It's a 1 second shutter, handheld, right? No support whatsoever. We're gonna zoom in and see whether it's focused or not. Look at that. Look at that. The straight lines are perfectly straight. No issue whatsoever. I am really impressed, Fuji. Well done. Now, this is the first time they've included 5-axis image stabilization or any form of stabilization in this camera. And a lot of people have already requested for the image stabilization. I think it is a critical feature for street photography. It is a game changer. You can do a lot more, and definitely it will improve your confidence in nailing the shot, especially if you're dealing with slower shutter speeds. You want to induce motion and have that creative motion blur in your shot, all right? And having this definitely will improve versatility of this camera. You can use it in more situations, and I think it will definitely take this camera to the next level. So yes, I am really, really impressed. Apart from the image stabilization, which I've proven to be, hey, quite impressive on this Fuji X100 Mark VI, overall, everything that we love about the X100 series from Fuji is still there. The super compact design, the beautiful retro classic look. And you look at the camera, it's the camera that you feel like you just want to pick it up, go out and shoot. The hybrid viewfinder is still there, the optical viewfinder and the electronic viewfinder is still there. Since I think the X100V, you have the tilt screen. The tilt screen is still around as well. And now you have the touch screen, which definitely helps with the navigation or control of the menu or autofocus point, relocation. Everything with the camera is still there. The manual dials, the shutter speed, aperture, ring on the lens, everything is still there. The autofocus has improved. Of course, in this situation, I can't really test whether the autofocus is effective or not. I need to bring the camera out for actual real life shooting situation. But in this case, I didn't face any issue whatsoever. And the new image sensor, 40 megapixels image sensor. I'm guessing it's the same image sensor from the SH2 camera is included in here, and that itself is impressive. Of course, this is not a review. I'm just using the camera for maybe 10-15 minutes. That's not enough for me to talk about whether the camera is good or not. But overall, my quick impression on this camera, I'm very, very impressed with it. It is compact. I can see myself using this for street photography. If you are a 35mm shooter, I think this is the camera for you. So Spencer is a friend, but he's not a photographer. He has no knowledge on photography. So I just want to get his opinion on the Fuji X100 Mark VI. So what's your thought on the camera so far?
What's my thought of the camera?
The looks. Start with the looks. Does it look nice?
Looks squarish and a bit too squarish for me, I think.
Too squarish. So you don't like squarish cameras?
Yeah.
Alright, so the looks is not good enough. So you've used it for a while, so how do you like it? Is it easy to use?
Yeah, it's easy to use.
Alright.
And then not too many buttons.
Alright.
So just a few clicks, so I like it.
Okay. Anything else you like about it?
Because I don't do photography, so I don't know.
Will you spend 8,888 ringgit for that?
Questionable.
Alright, thank you, Spencer. That's all I have to share about this Fuji X100 Mark VI. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me to touch and try this new camera from Fuji. I thought it was quite impressive. My friend Spencer doesn't think that it is worth to spend 8,888 ringgit, but it is what it is. It's a niche camera. It's a specialized camera. I think it's a camera designed for street photographers. If you love 35mm lens, I think this is one of the best cameras that you can have for street photography. And I hope you have benefited from this sharing. If you have found any of this useful, please consider buying a cup of coffee. You can find the links below, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal. And until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.